Yeah, everyone, this is Thermite, and this is Dragon Ball Multiverse, starting off with Chapter 3. So, bit of housekeeping. First of all, last reaction, I did think that was all one chapter. It's not. I corrected it in the title. Weird thing, though, if you look at this, Chapter 1, this does not have a title. It doesn't say Really Strange Tournament here. Chapter 2, in the thumbnail, it has, all the credits up here, all the credit stuff that all the other chapters more or less have. And then there's the title there. But if you click on the image itself, if you go there, it doesn't have the credit stuff at all. It doesn't look like it's another chapter at all. I mean, I guess from the design of it, you could get that, but I'd been taking special care not to look at any of these in any detail. So, yeah. Anyways, that's that. It doesn't really change anything. I still read the chapter. We're on chapter 3 now. By the way, I do know this is Vegito. I said Gogeta before entirely because, and I caught this while I was doing my editing. This says Gogeta Jr. and Salagir. Those are the pen names of the people who make Multiverse. I guess when Vegito first showed up, I just saw that on the page and I was like, oh, this is probably Gogeta, isn't it? But no. This is in fact Vegito. The Vegito of Universe 16, it looks like, actually. So if I recall correctly, yeah. So before we saw Cell's next to them, and then after next to Cell, there's a universe that is just basically Universe 18, but I think it is literally just the same group. I think even Pan is there. So, but I assume then that's that's where the Vegito is. This is the Goku and the Goku and Vegeta of that universe who fuse into Vegito for the sake of the tournament for some reason. And then we have Bulma, whose design looks pretty good here. I'm not a big fan of her super design. It looks all right. It's fine. But I think this is a spunkier looking Bulma. I like the way she looks here. It's not even that she looks younger. It's just I like the ponytail. I like that she reminds me more of early Bulma. Like this. Anyways, let's move right into the chapter. Also, yeah, I said before that, oh, the Namex are kind of, cowards. This sucks. Why would they just leave? They're all going to be revived anyways. I kind of forgot that, dying is traumatic. Dying is not a thing you want to do. I'm so used to the fighters in DBZ and, DBS who specifically are, people who are willing to lay down their lives. It's been so long, it's just understood now that these are people that will fight to the death. In, in the movies and in all of Super, it's just expected. But the average person, even though the average person in the Dragon Ball universe has been revived multiple times on, a global scale, on a revive everyone on the planet scale, it's still not great. Knowing that you will die in a one-on-one fight is not cool. I can understand not wanting to do that, especially if there are no real stakes to it. Oh, okay, who's equal? Oh, this is it. This is the fighter that hasn't been born yet. Oh man, it sucks that they lost with a forfeit though. I wanted to do more with this concept. I was gonna say, by the way, I had this idea that it was going to be Cell. Because Cell is here, but I don't think we saw any Cell Juniors outside of the flash forward. So my idea was oh, maybe what they meant is that Cell intro, it was hey, I represent my universe. And they were you need more fighters than one person. So he was all right, I'll make some Cell Juniors when it comes down to it. But I'm glad that it wasn't just Cell. I'm glad that it is a unique fighter. Though I'm not glad that this unique fighter will not be seen in the series. Hopefully this comes back around somehow. Okay, huh? So I also thought that Universe 1, or, Slot 1, number 1, I thought that team was just there for the sake of, overseeing things. But I didn't think they'd actually be fighting. I mean, it feels a little unfair because they are the organizers, but at the same time, I guess they don't really have any, there's no advantage to being an organizer. It still comes down to fighting ability. And if they all die, they can all die and the tournament will continue. Everything's already set up so that, these guys can take care of things. So it should be fine. Oh boy, Birder's just gonna die though. He's done, right? The Frieza Force is not being treated well in this. Oh. Is that it? Is that Rip? Is that done? Is he done? Yep, he's done. Oh man. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to seeing how the rest of the Ginyu Force fares. Actually, I do want to see how Captain Ginyu himself will do. I think part of this might be a lead up to hey, the rest of the Ginyu Force got taken out super easily, but then Captain Ginyu takes over someone else, and they just accept that, oh yeah, like, if you win by taking over someone else's body, you just get to keep that person's body for the rest of the tournaments. Okay, Bujin, really? I mean, I can see it just in the sense of a, like a pun, but he's gonna just be defeated immediately. Also, I know there is, like, from the various panels we saw, Bojack was there. I assumed there was then, like, a Bojack universe. But it feels real weird if it's going to be a universe where it's just Bojack and then, Bojack's crew from the movie. Because they weren't that great. Like, they were fairly strong, I guess. But not, like, tournament level strong. Not, like, multiversal tournament strong. Oh, I really like the way the art is done with this, though. Like, I like the texture of the cuts. The fact that they're not just perfectly clean cuts. Like, there is some, like, I don't even know what I would call that. Like, there's just some fragmentation there. It looks unclean. It looks ripped. I really think that looks cool. Well, there goes Bujin. Oh, okay. We might actually look into this. Like, is Multiverse saying that, for the purposes of this series, the alternate timelines are actually different universes? Or are they going to be like, timelines are still different than universes? Okay. Ah, okay, so it is literally different timelines in this are different universes. So this is, future Trunks. I feel like this whole story happened like 30 years ago, but it's a lot less for you, right? Okay, that's really cool. Hey, 16's back. Or like, I guess Future 16. Or like, Future 16, but not the Future 16 that I am aware of from like the video games. Oh boy, that's a strange... Also, it's kind of weird that he... Oh, no, never mind. He has the Capsule Corp thing on him. I was gonna say, it's weird they kept the red ribbon logo on him. But no, they didn't. I just looked at it and I was automatically like, oh, that's the red ribbon logo. The one with the C and the smaller C inside of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is an amazing motivation. Like, oh my gosh. It might just be because I'm so in love with the TFS version of 16, but I really love this. I love the idea that he entered this tournament just to kill a Son Goku. And to be fair, like, the Saiyan universe Goku is pretty weak. It's pretty not great. Like, all the ones that just call themselves Kakarot, I guess. Because there's the Saiyan universe one, and then there's the separate, like, one that works for Frieza? I guess? Yeah. So, oh, right, no, never mind. The Saiyan universe does not have a Goku. He died, he went to another planet, no one knows what happened to him. It's the Frieza universe that has a Kakarot. But yeah, I'd like to see 16 kill that one, just for the sake of finally satiating 16's desire to kill Goku. Oh boy! Okay, so this is Universe 16. Let's address this, I want to know what is different. That must feel real weird though, like... I don't know. Is it cheating if you find a identical version of your husband attractive? Not really. I wouldn't say that. Did you subscribe Gotenks? Yes, we did. Oh boy. It doesn't look like there's a Piccolo here for some reason. There is a Pan. Oh, at last I meet you. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's why. Oh, that's why we saw Vegito. Okay, so, yeah. This is a universe where they fused permanently. Oh, that's so interesting. Because, yeah, based on this version of canon, the Potara would have been a permanent fusion. If not for, the weird thing inside of Boo that split them. I really hope that we can see, like, maybe not, like, a full story from that universe, but I want to know at least, like, how things played out because Vegito is there. Like, I guess it doesn't really matter, actually, because this universe is, like, it's Dragon Ball Z, and then it's the end of Z. So, not a whole lot else happens. So, I guess it really is just, in that time skip, Vegito existed. But, like, I don't know, how did he balance Bulma and Chi-Chi, for instance? Ooh, okay. Tidar from Universe 19 against Oob from Universe 18. So, I hope we can finally see what in the world these guys are about. I'm so curious. Like, are they all just OCs? Or are they from something? Okay, you're gonna meet the secret weapons of nanotechnology. Are they allowed to do this, though? Like, what are the rules of this tournament? Are you allowed to just bring in whatever weapons you want? I mean, I guess it is a bit better than the tournament power rules of just you can't bring in anything unless it's cool, in which case it's up to the Zenos to decide whether it's okay or not. It is really cool to see Oob actually, being competent. Okay, this seems a little too easy, but I mean, like, a lot of these early fights have been very easy. Okay, concentrated explosions, chemicals, good thing I didn't let myself get touched. Okay, so he's a very tricky fighter. Also, based on their very bulky aesthetic, like, when I think about futures, or about, like, technology in different futures, whenever I think of something very big and bulky, it usually implies, like, a bad future. Like, things haven't gotten more and more advanced. They're cobbling together what they have. They can still progress, but there's no like nanotechnology. Although this guy has nanotechnology. That's the thing. Like it's a weird juxtaposition of nanotechnology and like very sophisticated explosions. Like the fact that his missiles have like chemicals in them, but then also he has a very bulky type of armor and he has like a giant blade in his arm. Jeez, okay, that was an incredible cut. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, Oob's armless. Or he's lost one arm. Jeez, that is way more brutal than I thought it was gonna be. Oh wow, okay. Well, fair enough, like, once his arm was off, that's it. Like, no more holding back, but jeez. I'm very interested in Universe 19 now, though. Like, especially because these all, like, seem to be branched off universes. So what branch of Universe 19, like, what branch of our main universe could have possibly led to this? To such a very different, like, group that the organizers would have picked out. Quick, can you fix this? To be fair, actually, they did say that everyone's going to be revived, but not necessarily that, like, they're going to have people on staff to, to fix people in between rounds. So never mind. I guess this could just be a permanent injury, like, for the sake of this arc. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, no. This is worrying. I feel like he's gonna say yes, and then Bobity's going to, like, put some sort of weird cursed magic in Oob that'll make him more powerful, but also, like, have his like, dark boo side take over. Or, like, his previous incarnation will somehow take over. Oh? Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay. Okay, so it's not Fat Boo, but it's Super Boo. I think we saw Super Boo already at some points in the tournament, or like, just on a page. But I kind of assumed he was Fat Boo, if that makes any sense. Like, I assumed that Bobity's universe was, the Boo universe. But I guess here there's two. Like, there's one where it's, the Bobity universe, I guess I should say. And then the universe where Super Boo is still around. Like, because he's absorbed all the Z fighters, he actually feels like somewhat close to them. That's an interesting idea. Like, I'm wondering if he'll actually be an ally. I don't think so, just because, like, that'd be a second ally in this tournament who is, like, who has powers connected to Boo. It would feel a bit too samey. But I do appreciate that he's, at the very least, like, a character we can kind of root for. Like, a character that is kind of good. So, if he fights another universe, I can now root for him. Everything that exists and contains some power in my universe is now in me. Like, that's such a weird, terrifying thing, because, yeah, he's the villain. He's the villain who won in his universe, but in a weird way, I think that makes him sympathetic. Okay, so it's also, like, it's not like they're switching out rings or anything. It's all the same ring. They just, keep on fixing it. Oh, boy. Nail versus Raccoon. Oh, boy. Frieza Force. Or, I guess, yeah. The Ginyu Force are part of the Frieza Force, so I guess that is... Oh, wait, what? Okay, never mind what I was just saying. I need to read this. Okay, so can't attack anyone, like, you can't attack the audience, you can't attack someone else. You can't receive any exterior help. Any kind of techniques allowed, you can cover the equipment, you must be alone. Okay, so that covers, like, all the, like, the weapons and stuff. Like, you can bring in anything you want, but, like, you have to be alone. You can't, like, bring in someone else. I assume this also means that, like, Cell, for instance, like, he can spawn Cell Juniors when he's not fighting himself. But in the fight itself, he can't make Cell Juniors. That would be, that wouldn't that would no longer be a one-on-one, is what I'm trying to say. You lose if you're unconscious or dead for 30 seconds. That's a neat way of putting it. Because I guess it is possible, if you are vaporized, if you can come back from that, then, like, you're still alive. I feel like Cell especially might bring that up. Oh, you disappear from the referee's sight for 30 seconds. So even if you have like an invisibility power, you can't use it for too long. All right. When not in fights, for into fights. Okay. I do feel like there is going to be some sort of storyline here that is not connected to the tournament itself. But so I feel like a lot of this is going to be metagame. Like there will be a universe that is fighting in the sidelines, but in a way that the organizers can't like pick out. Or something like that. Oh, hurt people can receive healing from their organizers and limits of their capacities, but dead ones will. Okay. That's interesting though. So like, hurt people can receive healing, but I guess it's just not obvious. Like, there's no clear healing station, or else I imagine Oob would have immediately gone there. It is good to know that like our universe doesn't have an advantage just because Super Boo happened to walk by. Like, Oob most likely would have been able to find someone to heal him if he had like walked around enough. Also, I know that this is a valid way to write Raccoon, but the fact that it's C-U-M is just, I can't stop giggling at that. Come. Oh boy, alright. Time for Nail to kill him. He's actually doing a lot better than I expected. Okay. I mean, I feel like Nail has to be strong enough to beat Raccoon. There's no way he isn't, right? Oh. Okay, there we are. That's the comeback. Oh boy. Is that it? Is that it? Okay, this is actually a really cool fight. Because, like, this is an older Raccoon. It is a Raccoon that I imagine, like, he's more skilled, but he's also most likely weaker from his old age. But at the same time, like, this is a Nail that has most likely been training on Namek to, to protect himself and to protect his people. Like, they're similar enough that just in terms of, like, the power scale they were at before, like, when the series began, like, when they were both in the Frieza saga, that I can't really imagine who would be stronger. I kept on saying Nail just because I'm thinking about it in the sense of, like, Nail as part of Piccolo is obscenely powerful now. But realistically, I guess they would be about equals. Okay, that was a cool tactic. Okay, that was I think that was the closest fight we've seen so far. It kind of sucks I didn't have much to say about it, but I do appreciate how close it was. It was also a very visceral fight. Like, both the physical combat and the energy attacks were very impactful. I guess because, like, it wasn't like, okay, I attack and then do no damage, and then someone else attacks and they do no damage. Like, they were both taking some pretty heavy hits there. I wonder what he was doing instead of helping us. Piccolo gives him the side eye. Okay, Future Trunks versus Cooler. You're the only one of your family that I didn't kill. Oh my god, he's doing the exact same thing. The whole, you're showing off, but I'm sure you're nothing without your weapon. He's absolutely going to try and steal the sword and then attack Trunks with it. Oh boy. I mean, Cooler is stronger than Frieza, but at the same time, like, the androids were both way stronger than Frieza. Or not way stronger, but, like, they were stronger. So, I imagine, also, I'm thinking about it from the super canon of Frieza and his family have never trained. Like, Frieza especially is a prodigy. He has never trained once in his life. So, like, he would always have the same power regardless. Which I don't think was canon before that. So, it's very possible that this Cooler may have trained a lot. He may be a lot stronger than he was in the movies. Is he gonna get disqualified for this? I feel like he's definitely doing a, hey, you need to protect the crowd move. Okay, good to know. The audience is protected. Like, there's no visible shield, but, like, there is a shield there. Also, it took me a moment, but yeah, he did, in fact, steal Trunks' sword. Of course. Well, that's it. GG. Time to kill him. Oh, not even. You're not even worth killing anymore. It is also cool that he wasn't disqualified for that. Like, even though some of his blasts were definitely meant to hit the crowd. I guess that you have to allow for some level of, like, some level of accidentally attacking the crowd. Like, if you're going to shoot a ton of energy blasts, for instance, like, some of those are going to miss, and if they don't hit anything, they're going to hit the crowd, or at least hit the barrier in front of the crowd. Like, I guess that's just expected. Same with, like, a beam struggle, for instance. Like, if you want to dodge instead of, like, hitting it face on, then that beam is going to hit the audience. So you have to just accept that, yeah. Like, unless you want to create a meta in which everyone has to aim their beams upwards. King Vegeta from Universe 10 against Vegeta from Universe 18. Oh boy. Time for another Raffle Stomp. I do like it thematically, though. Like, I appreciate this thematically as, you know, Trunks finally fighting the one member of Frieza's race that he didn't get to fight before. And now it's going to be Vegeta fighting, like, the specter of what he could have been. Like, I believe in, like, did we see King Vegeta, like, as a Super Saiyan early on? I feel like we did. If so, like, even then, I could still see this as being like, yo, this is the Vegeta who went to Earth and, you know, trained and, you know, find a different reason to live. He found someone he could train against, you know, indefinitely, versus the Vegeta who didn't have, you know, to train against Goku. Someone who didn't have a powerful rival and such, like, you know, he stagnated. Oh boy, you know, at home I have no one to reign over. Ah, you're nothing but a ghost of what I would have been if I'd stayed on a pitiful planet bearing my name. Oh my god, this is so intense. The others down there are what I'd be like if I hadn't found inner peace on Earth. I thought growing a beard like my father would look ridiculous. You confirm it. That feels like a powerful dig at GT too. Okay, yeah, close your eyes. No one look at the sky. Oh boy. What about the other Saiyans though? Okay, good to know. Also, interestingly enough, this Kakarot and this Vegeta aren't looking away. Do they not have tails? I didn't notice that before, like if they don't. But that would be interesting. Oh, also. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I remember seeing one of the King Vegetas having a, like, you know, being a Super Saiyan, but I think it was this one. I distinctly remember the King Vegeta cape on top of his normal, like, Saiyan Saga outfits. Whereas this King Vegeta clearly does not wear that. Okay. That would also explain, like, why he doesn't have a tail, because he doesn't need it. Like, he's already learned how to turn to a Super Saiyan, whereas, like, his supporters haven't yet. I do think this is a good strat. I don't think it's gonna work. I feel like he's gonna get the tar kicked out of him, but I would like it if some of the weaker universes did have something that they could use to keep up. Or, like, I know the GT isn't canon to Multiverse, but it would be cool if, you know, if there was some equivalent to Super Saiyan 4. Like, something where it's clearly not something that our universe has, but it's something that the other universes can use that is, you know, very equal to it. Like, I guess I could see that with Bojack's universe, because Bojack's race do have their own, like, super form. So I could see, like, you know, all the characters that didn't get to use their super forms in the Bojack movie could use those. Universe 19 might have, like, some sort of special upgrade. We'll see. Oh my god! Right through the false moon. Jeez. Yeah, you can open your eyes. Vegeta from Universe 18 wins. Oh, that's also a cool element to it that I didn't even think about. Like, they all had to look away, so they didn't even get to see how their king was defeated. Yeah, they seem to be pretty strong. Now, Bardock from Universe 10 against Pan from Universe 18. It's the third time we've had 10 versus 18. Okay, fair enough. I'll accept it. That is a great meta thing, though. Like, that feels like something Toriyama would have absolutely done. Oh, I forgot that in End of Z, she had the Nyoibo. Actually, now that I think about it, near, like, not the end of Super, but around, like, you know, the pre-tournament of power, there was that moment where Goku took back the Nyoibo so that the Lookout could fly around the Earth. That might be, like, a tiny little, like, move forward to End of Z. Like, now he has it with him, now he can eventually give it to Pan once she grows up. Oh, I didn't even think about this, but I really hope we see Super Saiyan Pan. Like, the fact that GT didn't do that is one of the reasons why I don't like GT very much. Like, it felt so arbitrary that we wouldn't get to see her become a Super Saiyan, whereas, like, Goku got a straight-up new transformation. Okay, Bardock is next. He will save the honor. I do hope he gets defeated without having to, you know, to turn into an Ozaru. Though even there, like, mostly because I want to see this universe look at Pan beat the crap out of him. I want them to realize, like, oh yeah, we're outmatched. Oh boy. Oh my god! It's the classic rock, scissors, paper! It's also classic because she's actually doing it correctly. Like, I've been rereading the original Dragon Ball, and it is. I love that one of Goku's like killer techniques early on is just doing the rock scissors paper, but then lying about which one he's doing. Like he'll yell paper and then do scissors and poke someone's eyes out. That is such a good callback. All right, I can accept this from Vegeta. Like again, it's a point of pride. Like sure they could stick around, but they're just being humiliated. Once a quarter Saiyan is able to defeat, a proud Saiyan warrior, like to the point where he just had to give up, like I can see why he would be like, you know what, this is it, we're done. Okay, chapter 5. By the way, I didn't say how many chapters I was doing. I think I'll just go for a bit longer. Like, I'm getting really into it. I don't want to cut it off arbitrarily, but I also don't want to be interrupted. I'm a CEO. I sit behind a desk. Sometimes I fire. Oh yeah, I guess these two would have because they're from basically the same timeline. They would have basically the same life experience. He was also CEO during. Was he? No. He was still in school during the Buu Saga, right? Or was he already a CEO? I feel like we saw a moment where he was like in an office, but that might be GT. I might be just misremembering it. Yeah, real awkward. Like, Future Trunks' world is not great, but at the same time, he's doing a lot more for the world, just by virtue of the world not being as good. Yeah, we won't keep getting humiliated. Fair enough. Okay, Universe 10 is out. I can respect that, I really can. Okay, now it's Kakarot from Universe 13 against Cat from Universe 6. I also appreciate that, we're eliminating some of the characters that are clearly the same. Like, it would have been real awkward to have another Vegeta in the crowd this entire time. Like, there's still more Vegetas than I would like. But I'm glad that we're at least thinning out the herd a bit. I don't think we know who Universe 6 is. I don't recognize the name Cat, so I guess she's just a new character. That Tronk or a Vegeta. I hope he isn't as strong as in my universe. I'm not gonna rank too hard on the the English, but man, this is a line. This is definitely a line. Wait a minute, is Universe 6 Bojack's universe? Because I don't recognize these girls at all. I recognize her. I don't remember her name. I don't remember the names of anyone on Bojack's team, to be honest. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. I do remember she is the only girl on Bojack's crew. So is this just a different universe, or did he just bring along a bunch of other people for some reason? Also, I only remember her specifically because in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on the Wii, she was the one member of Bojack's crew that you could fight as, like along with Bojack himself, obviously. Why did he bring these girls along? Was it really just to fill out the roster? I guess it must be. This gravity's like 10 times. Okay, that's really cool. Like, no one has mentioned that yet. Because I guess, like, even the weaker fighters have all, at the very least, like, the Saiyans, for instance, Planet Vegeta did have 10 times gravity of Earth. So, I guess that is just normal. That's really cool, though. How is she gonna fight, though? Like, clearly she has the physical capabilities of, I assume, a human being. Or, like, an average person. Even if she's not actually human. Okay. Also, I do hope he wins, because I don't want him to be eliminated. There aren't many other Gokus that I think 16 could kill. So I want him to stick around. I want him to be the Goku that 16 kills. Because I do want him to kill a Goku, at least. Also, wait a minute, is that a, what is that called again? It's like a shockwave punch. It's the thing that Kami taught Goku back, like, at the very end of the original Dragon Ball. That's real weird. How would he know how to do that? I'm definitely still on the train. I think I said this last time. I do think that this Kakarot didn't actually kill anyone on Earth. I feel like it's specifically because he recognized the names Krillin and Piccolo. There's no reason why he should have. Like, he recognized, especially Krillin, he was like, oh, you mean that dwarf? And also, Piccolo, you mean a Namek? Or a Namekian? Like, that's... If he just, murdered them without second thoughts, there's no way he would remember their names. And especially if he has this technique, like, it is a quality of Goku that he can just pick up things after seeing them once, but this specifically, it makes me feel like he probably did train under Kami, even though he said, like my alter ego of 18th. It's such a specific move. I'm so curious about him now. Okay, what's her secret technique? Okay, the power of seduction. She's gorgeous. Okay, so this is how we know this is definitely a different Goku. This Goku has a sex drive. Like, he never hit his head. He never lost the part of his brain that could, find women attractive, that could also understand what women are. Okay, how's he getting out of this one, though? I love you. Bear my child. Oh boy. You will come with me in my universe. Again, this might just be bad English, but I feel like you will come with me in my universe. That has a very different reading than taking her to his universe. Silence, do as I say, woman. Damn. I feel like this is saying something about our Goku. I mean, again, it is a different universe. It's a completely different, idea of what he is as a person, but I feel like genetically we're getting some deep insights into Goku's psyche, or into his impulses as a Saiyan warrior. Like, it is really interesting that he was properly seduced. He was, like, in love with her, or at the very least, he wanted her to have his children, but he was still very willing to beat the crap out of her. Huh, it's also, whoa, like, Vegeta himself had to show up, like, the Vegeta of his universe had to show up and say, like, hey, stop hitting her. And for you, you'll think twice before turning on a pervert. Wait, what? A pervert? So, if we go back, so, is this Kakarot just a guy who is into this sort of thing? That might be it. Like, it's just so deeply ingrained into him that he will beat women, that it's just like, if you turn him on, he will just beat you harder. That feels so weird to say. I am glad that my reading of there are some strange implications here is accurate. I really want to know more about him now. Oh boy, Cell versus Dabura. Okay, this is a pretty interesting fight, like, because in the Buu Saga, we saw that Dabura is really strong. Maybe not as strong as Cell, but still really powerful. And these are both, like, a Dabura and a Cell who have both been fighting all this time. Presumably. Or, like, this Cell may have stopped fighting because, he's absorbed everyone, he's already perfect, maybe he thinks that, being perfect is enough. Okay, and he did make a Cell Jr. already. So that erases one of my theories. Then I take the winner between Pan and the other Kakarot. Hey Pan, lose your next match, make me happy. Jeez. Okay, this is great. This feels a lot like Super Vegeta. Like, or a Vegeta from Super. Like, I do appreciate a lot how he's very much the same character as before, but he's goofier. He's more like a character from the original Dragon Ball in Super. And this has a lot of that same feel. Of, yeah, I will write out this roster. I do want to figure out a good strat for fighting Goku at some point. Oh boy, I really do hope Dabura wins here. I think that would be such a crazy upset if it turns out that, yeah, in this universe where he stayed under Babidi's control and he, Babidi won, Babidi took over the universe, Dabura actually ended up being way stronger than Cell. I don't think that's going to happen, but I want that to happen. That'd be a really cool upset. Incidentally, I do think that Cell and Buu are two characters that could be, like, they have the most interesting possibilities when it comes to the rule of if you can't be seen for 30 seconds, you lose. Or, like, if you stay dead for 30 seconds, you lose. Like, we don't know how great Cell's regeneration is, but I know at the very end of the Cell Saga, when he was destroyed, when he was broken down to a single cell and then he regenerated, I feel like that was, how do I put it? Like, it took him more than 30 seconds to reform from that. So presumably, if you do that again in this tournament, he could lose, like, even if he ends up surviving. Oh, this does feel very close. Like, neither of them are being very badly hurt, but I do feel like each of their strikes has equal weight. Yeah. Okay, so he's at exactly the same power level. I'm very curious about that. It might legitimately be because he is a bio-android, because he decided he was perfect, and then for 27 years he just sat around and did nothing. Okay, huh. So even back when this was written, like, the canon about Frieza not wanting to train, or, never training, was around. Maybe not the thing about him specifically never training a day in his life, but at the very least the fact that he doesn't train. In that case, I imagine either Dabra has a transformation that is like new to this world that we haven't seen yet, and that's how he's going to take the advantage, or Cell might, be hiding some of his power. It could just be that they're both identical, but that would feel really weird. Okay, okay, come on, Dabra, I'm rooting for you. Oh yeah, Frieza wouldn't know anything about Cell. Taioken! Okay, I'm really hoping we get to see some Cell moves that we didn't see in the original series. Like, it'd be hard to say what though, because he's fought basically everyone you can think of. Like, assuming the divergence point is that he just wins the Cell games, he wipes out all humanity. Like, there's not a lot of other things he could steal. Like, even instant transmission. Like, sure, you could go out and find the creators of instant transmission, but I think he also learned that from Goku at some points, right? Did he? Like, when Goku teleported him to King Kai's planet, did he not learn how to instant transmit back? Oh boy! Oh, he lost a wing. Oh. I mean, Cell can regenerate, so this might be the turnabouts. Oh boy. Wait. Okay, chapter 6, Pan's first fight to the death. This is such a great page. Daddy Cell looks like such a cool dude. I especially love this panel specifically. Like, the fact that he's bending over to hold one of his Cell Jr.'s hands is kind of cute, but the Cell Jr. on top of him is extra, extra cute. I also appreciate that all of the Cell Juniors are using different techniques. That's neat. Oof, right through the chest. Also, I forget what Makan Sapo actually translates to, but I do know that the word demon is in there because it was the Demon King's technique. So that could be if he actually does die from this, that'd be a cool twist. Oh, that's actually a cool idea. Like, maybe he can't regenerate things that have been turned to stone. Oh my god. Oh, that's so brutal. Like, I get the idea of while his body's turned to stone, he takes off his head will then regenerate his entire body, but the way the blood is done here feels very un-Toriyama. Like, it's more brutal than I expected. Been there, done that. Time to regenerate an entire body. Man, that is such a good hard counter to the stone technique. So I perfectly managed to hold myself to the level I was at the beginning of my Cell games. Actually, I didn't consider this, but maybe the reason he's hiding his power, first of all, he is hiding his power. Dabra clearly wasn't. But what if Cell wants to, hide himself specifically so that he can watch more people fight and therefore become more perfect? I assume, at the end of the Cell Saga in his world, he beat all the Z Fighters, he beat everyone, he went around the universe, defeated everyone else, and now he's out of techniques. He's learned everything he possibly could. And, even some things he wants to learn, maybe he, sat down and read some books. Even there, there's not a whole lot else he can do. But now that he's in this tournament, he can see all these people that developed in different ways, and he can steal their abilities. I could definitely see that happening. Okay. I was clearly superior to the Son Gohan. So that's the divergence points. So he did defeat Son Gohan. Okay. It's also interesting that he never ever actually did the false explosion thing and then regenerated. So I guess that really just means that he killed Goku. Simple enough. He killed everyone else. I guess it must have just been as long as Gohan didn't unlock his his hidden power. That's really it. If he never went Super Saiyan 2, then Cell would have won. Oh boy, we're gonna fight Bojack. I could see Pan being the first member of Universe 18 to die/lose. Because that said, Bojack feels very weak. Not in the sense that he is weak, but in the sense that it's a very weak idea for a universe. It's just of all the of all the fighters that could have come from one of the movies, it's weird that Bojack specifically is one that oh yeah, he took over the universe at some point. He is this universe's strongest fighter. I could see Pan defeating him pretty easily. But I could also see the upset, because this could also explain why is it that Bojack's here? Maybe he's a lot better than we thought he was. Okay. Yeah, he is really stronger than you. I'm not saying you should, just be very careful. Okay. Oh boy, of all of these, I genuinely have no idea who'll win this one. Oh my god, we're doing it! Yes, she is a Super Saiyan. Oh, we're only like 6 chapters into this, and already it's done something I really, really wanted from GT, but we never got. Gorgeous. Oh, I hope she has some, like, personal techniques as well. Ooh, actually, huh. One other possibility with Vegito, actually, it might be that his universe's fighters are all a bit weaker because Vegito's so strong. Like, any other problems that may have cropped up are things that, no one else would have to deal with because Vegito is like, he's this cocky, overpowered guy. It's very possible that, like at the very end of the Cell Saga, Goku has that whole speech where he's like, yeah, I won't be around forever. So I wanted Gohan to be stronger than me so that, if I do pass on permanently, he'll be the one who protects everyone. I like, it's that, and then also because Goku's so strong, he attracts danger, and yet he's like the one thing stopping all these dangers from wiping out the worlds. I could see Vegito like unconsciously taking on that role, and so like this Pan never had to become a Super Saiyan because like she just never had to fight that much. She was just like, oh yeah, Grandpa will take care of everything. Oh boy. I mean, it seems like Bojack's still holding his own. Oh, right in the back. I'm a little sad that Pan didn't go flying with that, though. Like, again, one thing I've really appreciated about seeing the original Dragon Ball once again is that it always felt like the Kamehameha had more momentum to it. Like, even in Super and whatnot, like, there's still a powerful force to it. That's why characters have to brace themselves. But I feel like a flying Kamehameha feels less powerful than a standing Kamehameha, if that makes any sense. Because, the person is using their flights to cancel out the pushback from the attack, but it's not as impactful as when they're on the ground and you can see the force of the Kamehameha is pushing them down into the ground and creating a massive crater. Oh boy, okay. Bojack's the turban is off, or his head covering, I guess. It's not a turban. Let's see that full transformation. I don't quite remember what his full what his form looks like without color. Like, how do I put this? I don't know how I would differentiate it from his normal form without any color, because the color change is the main thing I think about when I think about him transforming. Oh god. I mean, this must really suck, again, to watch your child possibly die in front of you, even though she's gonna come back. Like, that is pretty rough for a dad. And he can't go in. If he goes in, they'll be disqualified. That's such a brutal choking, too. Like, gosh. Jeez. Yeah, that happens. Pan is dead. Or, that Pan is dead. God. That must also, like, Gohan's there. Videl is there. Like, Gohan saw his little girl die. Videl saw her daughter die. Pan saw herself from another universe where she is stronger die. Like, jeez. That is one hell of a page. I am really, really glad, though, that Bojack won. Like, in the sense that if Pan had won here, I feel like it would have felt very anticlimactic. Like, yeah, of course she won. Like, it's the whole David and Goliath thing. This shows that, like, even if it is, a character we really like versus a character who has no plot armor, quote unquote. A character who, by any, stretch of the imagination, should just be annihilated here and now. Like, that person, if they are stronger, they can still win. I know it's a really strange metric to use, but as someone who really likes, series with tournament arcs, I do appreciate that kind of thing. I do appreciate that a child died in this. Like, even though she can be brought back, it's definitely something that I don't think they would have done in Jump. Like, not in the sense that kids haven't died in Dragon Ball, but in the sense, like, a kid hasn't died like this, in such a clearly brutal way, against a clear villain. Like, jeez. Ah. Yeah. I mean, I don't agree with him, but I can see why he would be like, yeah, that's what they get for letting that brat enter. And now we have, like, not stakes, but we have, like, a personal vested interest now. I definitely imagine if Videl or or actually, is Videl a fighter, or did she just come as a as a viewer or as a watcher? Either way, I definitely imagine someone from Universe 18 is gonna fight Bojack. I really hope it's gonna be Gohan. Yeah, not a type of match. Man, oh, I didn't even consider that. Yeah, Bra saw that happen too. Jeez. That must have been traumatic to every. Oh man, we didn't see Goku's reaction to that either. Actually, oh boy, like I really can't overestimate just how horrifying that was. Like, jeez, yeah. Oh my god, I didn't think about that. That actually is stakes, or not. What am I trying to say? Like, those are legitimate stakes. If they go back, if they don't, if they get disqualified from the tournaments, then Pan won't be brought back to life. Like, yeah, sure, they could probably do it in their world, but oh man, that is also a neat thing to notice. Like, Gohan himself, the boy, the go crazy and kill Cell boy, when he saw his daughter die in front of him, he didn't go berserk. He was able to hold it in because he understood what the stakes were here. Oh man, that too. Like, there's that whole meme about how Piccolo is basically Gohan's dad. So in a way, this was also like Piccolo watching his granddaughter die. Jeez, like, it's so traumatic on so many different levels. Yeah, he played by the rules. Like, Pan agreed to do this. That's the main thing. She consented to this tournament. She knew something like this could happen. And plus to mention, like, he did brutally kill her, but at the same time, it wasn't that over the top. It was strangulation. It was rough. I'm not going to say it was a good thing. Definitely not. But there are much worse ways that she could have died. Honestly, if I think about most things, like, apart from like just a disintegration, I think most other things, involving like, being punched in the face or being smashed into the ground, like, all of those might have been more brutal than being choked out. Yeah, that Gohan didn't lose a bit of his power. Plus, this Cell, I feel like this Cell's like, oh boy, so maybe that's how I died in that universe. Interesting to note too. It seems Universe 19 still uses, like, not scouters, but like some sort of like technological key detection. Like, they don't just know how to do it by themselves. Don't put our participation in danger, and Pan's resurrection with it. All right. Ah, oh, yeah, I think I'll stop here. I don't want to die too. Okay, so. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god, I had that reversed. I did notice before that was Vegito talking to Gohan. But I didn't make the connection that, oh, it's that it's Universe 16's Pan that is a Super Saiyan. That's a really cool way of putting it too, because that means that it's not our universe with, the dead Pan. Oh, that's so interesting. That also means that, like, oh, I think we'll eventually get to see, like, our Pans, like Universe 18 Pan's first ever Super Saiyan transformation. That's really cool. Like, we got to see Super Saiyan Pan early on, but at the same time, we'll be able to see, like, her first ever transformation. Like, we really do get to have her cake and eat it too. We also get to have, that horrible, sad outcry of, holy crap, Pan just died. Without it being our Pan. Oh, man, the writing in Multiverse is so good. Oh, that too, actually, yeah. Like, that Bra became a Super Saiyan, this one never did. That's so weird, though. Why is it that the Vegito universe had... Wait a minute. Is that Bra the daughter of Vegito? No. No, because Bra wasn't alive during the Buu Saga, right? Yeah, because in Super, like, Super still follows the general timeline outlined for End of Z. Like, in terms of, like, when Pan was born, then when Bra was born. So, yeah, Bra would not have been alive then. So I guess it had to have been Vegito in this universe that fathered Bra? I don't want to become all muscles and no brains, like you and Goku. But then, like, I'm so curious about Pan specifically. What in the Vegito universe caused that Pan to be stronger? Like, was it because she was able to train with Vegito? Because that, honestly, that flips around everything I said before about the Vegito universe being one where, everyone was weaker. It's the opposite. They're all stronger, for some reason. My Dabra is dead too, and I'm not complaining about it. No, he's still alive. They just assumed he was dead. Oh boy. Okay, so Tapion immediately goes through. Also, who is this? Who is this character? The fact that they're floating on a orb makes me think of, Baba, but that's definitely not correct. I also... if there is a Tapion universe, like, who else would be there? I'm going to be honest, I've only seen the Tapion movie once. I only remember Tapion and Hirudegarn, and I only really remember Hirudegarn, weirdly enough, because of Budokai Tenkaichi 3, like, just because he was a playable fighter. Like, I don't remember much else about that movie at all, so were there other characters in that movie? Oh? Salza from Universe 8 against Krillin from Universe 9. I don't remember us seeing a Universe 9 before, so, is this Krillin? What? What in the world happened in Universe 9? Like, there's Yamcha here, there's Tien here. Clearly, it's a universe where, for some reason, like, all the problems that happened throughout Z either didn't happen, or just, like, like, the disciples of, the Turtle School and the Crane School were just strong enough to take on anything that happens. Maybe also Master Roshi died? I could see that being like, if Demon King Piccolo was never released, like, if Roshi did manage to just seal him at the cost of his own life, and then Krillin decided to take up the mantle of hermits, of the Turtle Hermits. What in the world is going on with Krillin's biology? Like, he's already a very strange being. If the sequel to Super reveals that Krillin is actually an alien, I wouldn't blink. I wouldn't even think about it. Like, yeah, that makes sense. You shouldn't hit on Kachin, it can really hurt you a lot. Okay, so he's strong enough that he can lift it's actually Kachin. Also, that's actually a really cool idea for this tournament. Like, you can bring in literally anything. If you can carry around something made of Kachin, the strongest thing in the universe, then that's just fine. Oh boy. 7, the lunch break we've all waited for. Okay, also, that's a really cool page. Like, Pan flying with the Nyoibo, and then Oob with the Nimbus. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, okay. So he just swung the entire shell. Jeez. He may be old, but you stay an eternal sucker. But he can't be that old. That's the thing. It's not possible for him to be that old. Not that much time has passed. We know what Krillin looks like at this point in time. Alright. So he does have the Kienzan, at the very least. Does it still cut through literally anything? Ooh. Yikes. Jeez. Oh. What do you want, Saiyan? So, is this a universe where, Goku never hit his head? At some point, Krillin had to fight, the native on Earth Goku, beat him, and then later on, like, fight all the Saiyans. Jeez. Okay, so he's, like, I wouldn't say he's racist, but he's, like, it makes sense, considering that most of the things he would have had to fight to make it this far would all be, non-humans. Alright, it's time for the lunch break. Wait a minute, is Arale here? What? What? Or, like, not Arale from our universe, most likely just another universe's Arale. Oh boy, how is anyone gonna fight her and win? I do appreciate that we're seeing how everyone, like, how every universe is eating. Oh yeah, Namekians only have to drink water. Oh, that's such a cool little detail. I'm really surprised that that the Friezas aren't really, like, eating anything else. Like, I guess they're just having wine. That's it. But I'm surprised they're not having, like, a very lavish meal or anything. Stop turning the dishes into candies. Oh no, Dabra's still dying on the ground. I kind of hope that is just a running gag. Like, Dabra's still around, but I guess actually, once you lose, you're eliminated from the tournament, right? Like, even if you survived. So I guess, like, he could just die at some point and it's fine. I'd like to join my friends from the past, but which universe to choose, the 16 or the 18? I feel like the fact that 16 is literally there is supposed to be a pun, in some way. Oh boy, those Saiyan appetites. I feel he'll be born soon. Oh my gosh, is that going to just be a gag? Because, I mean, he's already been eliminated though, right? Huh, it's actually really weird that, like, Cell isn't eating at all. Is it just because he's staring at these, 16 and 18s, like, Universe 16 and Universe 18, or... Broly's still not unfrozen. Oh boy. It does feel really satisfying to just see all the universes eating. Also, we haven't seen all the universes yet, which is kind of cool. Like, there's still a lot of surprises to be had. I mean, will he? Has his power been growing constantly for years because he's been frozen? I do genuinely think that he's not going to do that well. Or, like, I think he will be doing well, especially since he is a fan favorite character, but I don't think he's going to be that ridiculously strong because he would, like, when you're frozen, he doesn't, it's not like he's aware, right? Like, his power isn't growing, is it? Though, actually, never mind. I guess maybe what he means is, like, maybe Brawly was just, like, flying around, destroying, entire segments of the universe, and then at some points, like, after, like, just linearly getting stronger and stronger and stronger, he froze. Oh, he'll attack the audience for sure. I guess that is the big thing, like, if Brawly sees a Kakarot / a Goku in the audience, he'll probably immediately attack it. If it has to be specifically him fighting Brawly at first, then that's going to be a problem. Also, we do have that flash forward where it's it's Vegito fighting Brawly, which I'm curious about. Like, will Brawly recognize it as being Kakarot? Because I believe it's Vegito where if you cover one half of his face, it looks, or is that Gogeta? Where like the faces are literally half Vegeta, half Goku. I know one of them has, it's whichever one has just one bang. So I guess that would be Gogeta, right? The next fight will be with Vegito from Universe 16 against the unknown participant of Universe 20. Of course. Of course. Come on, Master Namek. Where is your sports spirit? Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. What is gonna happen? Oh, that's an interesting thing to note. Like, I don't think that makes sense, though. Like, why would you even be... Like, why would you even have spectator seats if, like, they're designed so that you can't sense anything through them? So I guess that makes more sense. Like, it's an anti-energy field. It's not just like it's a strong field that can be cracked with enough power. It's literally like, no energy can pass this field. Oh boy. Also, like, they keep on bringing up that, like, he needs to be unfrozen. So, are the organizers just going to unfreeze him? Or is he going to just somehow break out as soon as his name is called? Oh my god, also, the locks on his forehead are ugly, and on his back, ridiculous spikes. Oh boy. Okay, so I think it's Vegito where the front of his hair is Vegeta and the back is Goku. Like that would make sense with, their jokes. And then it's Gogeta where half of his face is Goku and half of his face is Vegeta's. Oh boy. Here comes Brawly. His power is huge. His power is maximum. All right, we're doing it. We're getting right into it. I'm also really glad that it was a flash forward, but it wasn't like a flash forward to chapter 50 or something. Like, it's a flash forward to something that we get to see within the first 10 chapters or so. Are we going to see, like, are the organizers going to allow everyone to fight him at once? Or is it going to have to be a one-on-one? Because clearly Brawly does not want it to be a one-on-one. He doesn't care. Oh man, I do love everyone just like, casually swatting away all these super powerful strikes, or these super powerful random blasts. Nope, he's too powerful, they can't send him back. Oh boy, oh boy. Chapter 8, the first meeting with the legendary Saiyan. I'm very split on what I want to happen. I actually do want Broly to stay around a lot longer, so we'll see. Also, this is Dragon Ball Multiverse Special. So, is this going to be like just, the chapter right after last chapter? Or is it going to be like a flashback, perhaps? Okay, this story took place in the universes 4, 6, 16, 17, 18, and 20. Okay, so is this actually just a retelling of, of the movie? There's the famous singing scene. Also, wait a minute, what is this? What in the world? Okay, so that was basically just a retelling of the movie. All right, chapter 9. I'll probably cut out the entire thing, or like everything after the first few pages, because I didn't say anything during it. It was just the movie. And even though like this isn't copyrighted, and therefore like I can most likely just put up all the pages without leaving any out, I don't want to. Like, please, if you want to read it, just read it. Don't like read it through the reaction, especially since it's free and it's a fan work, so Okay. Let's see how this goes. I really do want, like, I want Brawly to be subdued. I think that's what I want out of everything else. Like, if he can just be beaten to the point where he changes back to his, like, I guess that's not the case. Like, in the movie, like, in the movies, he didn't really have a real form, or, like, he couldn't control his transformation. It was just, like, he was constantly being limited. So, I guess what I want is just for him to regain control over himself. And then I want him to just be a normal-ish fighter. Because if he's eliminated now, it'll be fine. Like, I think that'll be a cool climax, but it feels like a bit of a waste of a character who could do a lot more in the tournaments. Oh, jeez. I can't tell, like, these are some hits, but I can't tell if they're affecting Brawly at all. Oh, right in the chest. I do appreciate Brawly's use of, like, knees. Like, anything that is, like, not a character that is absurdly larger than someone else, but just, a bit bigger. Like, I appreciate anything like that, where it's just like, this person is about twice as tall or 1.5 times as tall as you, and therefore, like, that just changes the way they fight someone smaller than them. I guess the dynamic's also very different with Dragon Ball, because with Dragon Ball, you can fly. And when you can fly, like, height isn't that much of a difference. Like, there's still a difference when it comes to, like, arms and limbs and reach and whatnot, but it's not like the smaller person is always lower. They can, like, rise above the, the bigger person. It's so weird seeing Vegito actually having to struggle. Generally, when he shows up, he just overpowers the enemy until, like, something else happens. Or he, defuses. Also, big ups to the choreography here. This is really well done. Yeah, Yeah, he does. He knows him, so why? What is he doing specifically? Because if you don't beat him, he's just going to keep on getting stronger and stronger. Like, he has no real limit, right? Show me your maximum power. Oh, to be fair, this is Vegito, so it's very possible he's doing it just because he wants a challenge. But I do think that, like, from a pure fan perspective, I feel like Brawly, without being stopped, as long as his power just keeps on increasing and increasing and increasing, there is going to be a point where he can beat Vegito. Okay, let's see it. Oh, is this going to be Super Saiyan 3 Vegito then? I guess that's got to be it, right? Or no, this is Super Saiyan 2 Vegito, I believe. Or is it just Super Saiyan, actually? No, it's Super Saiyan 2. Like, the bangs are different. There's no electricity. I guess this is meant to be the electricity, yeah. Okay. Oh, it looks like he's finally landing, like, serious blows on Brawly. They're more powerful than all of us combined. Oh, man. That feels like a weird way to put it, though. Dad never fought at the second level for him before, even against Bra. Even against Bra. Like, in their universe, is Bra that strong? I'm so curious now. Like, why are the others so much stronger because of Vegito? Okay. Universe 12, Trunks' new friend created by his most hated enemy. And this is also a special chapter. Is this going to be, oh, never mind. It's going to be the story of how Trunks met 16, right? I sure hope this isn't just a recap, though. Okay, so these the specials do definitely have, like, guest authors or guest artists. Like, this is automatically a very different style. It is curious that he bothered, like, taking 16 to his mom as opposed to just immediately eliminating him. I guess it's because, like, he had the events of the Cell Saga in his mind. Like, he knew that 16 was a cool dude. Son Goku died many years ago. Okay. This is very, very efficient. Like, the moment 16 came back to life, he's immediately being interrogated. Okay, yeah. Do you know how strong I am? You can see that I'm stronger than you, right? Okay, so just a strong flex. Like, hey, listen, Goku's gone. I'm way stronger than you. Don't be a jerk. Fair enough. This is a really cool idea. Alright, chapter 11. I do appreciate that was, like, an actual side story and not just a just a recap of the movie, I guess. I do appreciate the idea of the movie recap, though. But just, like, because of what this is, like, because Multiverse just kind of expects that you do know the movies, it feels really weird that they bothered doing the recap at all. Also, I am a moron. I just realized, like, because they're in color. Before I was like, oh, hey, that's Boma in chapter 3, like the color page of chapter 3. No, that was Bra. It was Bra all along. That's why she looked younger. I'm so dumb. Okay, that's so different though. Also, it's so weird. They are like, it is Bra. Like, assuming that this Bra is, Vegeta's child, and this Bra is Vegito's child. Like, it's so weird that it's still Bra. Like, even if it's like literally just, if I have a girl, her name will be Bra. It's so weird they look basically the same. I do appreciate how different they are though. Like, I don't want to make it come off as if like, I don't like it. I do like it. I think this is such a cool concept. It's just like, it's weird and I want an explanation for it. Like, I'm holding the series to a high enough regard that I expect an explanation. I also appreciate the speech bubble over here. That's a cool touch. Okay, so we are doing the tournament power thing of, even if there is a shield, it is, like, it can still be breached, even if it's an anti-energy shield. The 1% of energy that went through stunned and hurt the spectators. Yeah. Gosh. They are absolutely bonkers. Also, good confirmation. So, Kakarot and King Vegeta from the Saiyan universe are, in fact, capable of turning into Super Saiyans. I knew we saw that before with King Vegeta. I didn't think we saw that with Goku, or with Kakarot. And they also both don't have tails. Oh no, poor Cell Jr. Yeah, they're fine. They're definitely fine. Each of them is in the opposite direction within thousands of miles. Oh, that is true though. Like, this is a dead universe. They can do whatever they want throughout the universe, and, like, theoretically, it shouldn't harm anyone. And I do believe, like, from the rules, there is no ring out option, right? Like, there's a knockout, and there's a, disqualification for being killed. There's, you can choose to tap out, but I don't think there's an actual ring out option. Okay, huh. I do think that, like, Super Boo isn't bluffing. I do think that he is probably stronger than Brawly. Just by virtue of being in, like, his universe is one in which he absorbed everyone, including, I assume, Brawly. Like, we did specifically see that the Brawly storyline didn't happen in every universe. But that actually would make Super Boo stronger if it didn't happen in his universe, because it means, like, Brawly would still be out there. He just wouldn't have been, killed, and therefore he could be absorbed. I do feel like Vegito is definitely gonna, he's not going to let anyone else win though, or like he's not gonna let anyone else take over for him. He's either gonna die here or he's gonna beat Brawly. It's one of the two. Thinking of it, the last time Vegito got injured, it was when? It never happened. Vegito has never been hurt since he was born. Never. I wonder if he'll get a Zenkai boost for this, though. Like, I do know that, like, canonically, Zenkai boosts, get weaker and weaker as you get stronger. Like, it's less of a boost each time. But, like, this is, like, theoretically, this is a Vegito that has never had a Zenkai boost. The materials used to make him, Goku and Vegeta both did, but he technically never did, right? Is he going to use an attack, or is he going to go Super Saiyan 3? Okay, it's Super Saiyan 3. Oh, boy. We'll have to get another angle of it, but so far, I'm not super into it. Mostly because, like, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku head is very distinct. And I can't, like, there might be some differences in the hair from that one shot, but I can't really tell. It looks like it's basically just Super Saiyan 3 Goku wearing a different outfit. Nope. There's a new center of gravity. Vegito is drawing us to him. That's how powerful he is right now. Oh boy. Scientifically, it's a bit far-fetched. But I've always loved that concept in Dragon Ball. I know there was a write-up somewhere in, like, the mid-2000s on the internet about how this was meant to work. But I generally like the idea of an aura being powerful enough to negate gravity. Even if the explanation in Multiverse is different, like, it's not the aura as much as it's just like, he's so powerful that his mass is increased. I still like the idea either way. It's such a cool concept. Final Dragon Flash. Okay, so a combination of the Final Flash and the Dragon Fists? Is this it? Is this it? I mean, even then, we didn't see Brawly die. He wasn't vaporized. He may have just been sent to the far corner of this universe. It's been 30 seconds that Brawly's away from our sight. Vegito from Universe 16 wins the fight. Okay, so Cell is confirming here, like, yep, stronger than him. The Friezas are all like, what in the hell? So, definitely much stronger than them. No reaction from Super Boo. So I do think Super Boo is most likely still stronger than this version of Vegito. Universe 16 Vegito. Oh boy. But yeah, that was one hell of a fight. I also appreciate, by the way, that those two are very much like slow brawlers. Like the Vegito, not so much. Vegito will like blitz someone for the sake of it being fun, but Brawly is a like, how do I put this? They both will blitz each other, but at the same time, their fighting styles tend to be more like physical and less movie. So they would be like the optimal fight to watch like in this tournament, in a place where like you have to see them but you can't track their energy. I just feel like they definitely were the showstopper just now. I can definitely understand why everyone would be like, man, this was so worth it. It was so worth nearly dying. Okay. I can take off a little. Like, of everyone so far, if there is going to be some weird, like, undercurrent or some sort of dark plots besides the tournaments, I definitely 100% think that Super Boo is behind it. And the energy of the attack that pushed Brawly. Does he want to fight Brawly, or does he want to consume him? I can see that, actually. I didn't consider it. I was just thinking of it as like, oh, well, he most likely consumed his universe's Brawly. But no, it might just be that in his universe, Brawly never, either never happened or he was defeated too early, so he was never able to absorb him. Oh my gosh, okay. This is such a cool bit of plot. And Vegito has been weakened. I genuinely don't know if he can beat Super Boo. Or, like, if he can stop Super Boo from absorbing Brawly. Yeah, you can't attack him, the rules are clear. Oh, that's true! Vegito is, like, he's still a Saiyan. He can't breathe in space, right? Oh boy, okay. This is a really cool meta fight. XXI from Universe 5 against Lumaka from Universe 10, so it's a forfeit. Wait, what? Really? Okay, that's a really cool thing of noting. Like, just by showing that they don't know that this guy is gone. First of all, he's gone. Second of all, like, it's a way of showing that they are flawed. Like, they don't know everything that's going on. Therefore, they don't know that the Vegito versus Super Boost fight is happening. That's so cool. Like, that's such a neat way of expositing without it being, like, obvious. Like, it is obvious, but it isn't, like, stupidly obvious, if that makes any sense. Oh boy. I want to end this on a non-special chapter, so let's go through this. Let's see if I want to do this. This story took place in the universes 4, 16, 18, and 20. By the way, I do notice that there's a thing here that says universes help. I'm not going to look at it because I assume it is going to be a thing that lists out all the universes, but we haven't seen all of them yet. So I would rather just be lost as to like which universe is which than like be spoiled on all the universes. If we hit a point where I can, like, they've all been introduced, even if I don't remember all of them, then I'll probably use this to figure out what's going on. Same thing with Tournament Help. Like, I assume Tournament Help is going to have spoilers for how the tournament progresses. And I don't want to see that, so I'm not going to use it. Okay, I do like this this edition in which... oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to keep this in just because I didn't talk about most of this. This chapter is basically just Brawly's Second Coming. I do appreciate that it is a bit different, though. And I do like this edition that instead of it being, Goku in spirit here, it is literally Goku appearing for 1, like, second to, like, add in his own Kamehameha. Okay, I see. So in Universe 20, Brawly's life had a stroke of luck. So in all the others, that's also, so yeah. This does properly explain, like, yeah, Brawly's life story would be exactly like, that's why these chapters were all included. To show that, yes, Universe 20 Brawly does have all these exact same experiences. It's just that, in Universe 20 specifically, his body wasn't annihilated by the sun. So, I guess we'll end it off at Chapter 13. I really don't want to end it off on a chapter where I didn't say anything. Oh, man, I can't get over how cool Brawl looks. Like, I liked Super Saiyan Pan in her own way, but I think Super Saiyan Bra looks a lot better because of the ponytail. Like, because the ponytail is so different from the usual Super Saiyan hair look. Like, it's not bad at all. And I also appreciate that even her fringe isn't like, it has the sharpness that I expect from a Super Saiyan like bit of hair, like a normal hair fringe, but it's not like standing straight up or anything. And her ponytail isn't standing straight up. Like, it works really well. It's a good feminine Super Saiyan design. Oh boy. All right. Oh, they would like a daylight luminosity. What does that mean? What does that mean? Many have suffered because of the light Vegeta's attack. Is it that? Do they want a setting where, like, if there's a blinding light in the like in the fight itself, the audience isn't affected? Because that would that would allow fighters to do the Taioken and whatnot without affecting the audience. I could see that. But that's, I can't think of any other way to interpret this. Alright. It's also important to note that they're all holding their breath, except for Boo. Like, Boo can, like, survive in deep space. The others all are presumably just fighting without breathing. Okay. Also, Nappa's the one saying, like, hey, let's duck out. I could see that. Like, the normal Saiyan, I don't think that King Vegeta is going to be okay with that. Like, even the other King Vegeta, he ducked out specifically because he was like, no, we're absolutely outmatched. I feel like this King Vegeta, because he can become a Super Saiyan, I think he's still like, you know what? I have it within me. I'm gonna go as far as I can. Yeah, our goal isn't this tournament, but to have the Dragon Balls. Can they come up with something like? To be fair, if they can just steal a like a transdimensional ship, that's all they really need. If they can steal that, like the one that has like Freezer Race technology on it, then that's probably all they really need. And once they leave, like, that's it. The organizers can chase them across the multiverse, but they've already got the ship. They can already, like, try to get the Dragon Balls. They can do some wacky stuff with that. Okay, strength is nothing. I need my wish. Oh, I assume, like, because all the Namekians fuse together, and because Namekian fusion is permanent, his wish is most likely going to be, like, he is, like, a member of the warrior class, so he can't make his own Dragon Balls. And even if he has, like, the memories of those who can, he most likely, like, just due to how Namekians work, he can't. So he's going to need that wish to separate himself. Either to separate himself or to, like, to bring back all the Namekians that he is composed of. So that, his race can continue to be, like, an actual race as opposed to one person. Yeah, this is why we'll close the universes after the tournaments. This is, it's a bit nuts. I do appreciate that they're bringing it up now. Like, we're only 13 chapters in. I know this definitely goes on for, like, I don't remember exactly how many chapters are out. There's at least, like, 40, right? So, like, everyone who continues to be in this tournament is here even though they know the absolute limits of this. Like, they know how powerful Broly is. They know how powerful Vegito is. Either that, or actually, I could see, like, due to the fight in space, I could see Vegito being, like, disqualified. Like, his universe sticks around, but, like, Vegito himself has to leave. And that would be a good way of balancing things out, because then all the other universes would be like, oh, well, Broly's not here, Vegito's not here, therefore, maybe we still have a chance. Especially 16, like, I don't want Vegito to keep on fighting just because he is such, like, he has such a powerful effect on the meta of the tournament. But I don't want the entire, like, universe to be disqualified, because I want them to survive. I want them to potentially get that wish. Even if they don't get the wish, I want them all to, to not be disqualified so they get healed at the very end. Number 18 from Universe 14 against Yamcha from Universe 9. Oh boy. So I'm very happy to see how, like, this Yamcha is gonna fare against the androids. If my ideas are correct, if this is a universe where, like, the core original, Dragon Ball cast fought all the way up until the end of Z, then Yamcha most likely killed the androids. Like, either Krillin did, or I feel like Krillin probably was, in the Master Roshi / Goku role of, like, he was probably the one who defeated Cell, for instance. But then his disciples probably beat the androids. Something like that. You didn't release any energy when you attacked. Your name is a number. You're an android. You're an artificial human, right? Okay. Oh man, I love how kind Yamcha is here too. Like, he hasn't been jaded by the worlds. This is a Yamcha who was able to, like, fully be a hero, like, the hero of his own story. That's such a cool idea. I didn't consider that at all. Like, Yamcha right now in the, like, in the general meta of Dragon Ball is so much of a joke that it's such a cool idea to have a universe where he isn't a joke, where, like, the entire time he was the hero of the story. Ah, I can read the grief on your face. Also, I guess this is going to be a universe, like, potentially. I mean, I don't think this is gonna work out, but, like, if Yamcha manages to seduce 18, then his universe could be one where Yamcha gets with 18 and Krillin doesn't, which is such a strange idea, also because this Krillin is really old. Wait, what? I am also a cyborg. I used to be called number 17. What? What happened to our 17 then? Wait, what in the world? That was a twist I was not expecting. So maybe it's that, like, at some point between, like, when the original, like, when our 17 and 18 were taken by Jiro to be, to be modified, which would have happened sometime, like, during the original Dragon Ball, like, when the Red Ribbon Army was on its last legs. I guess there, like, Yamcha would have been kidnapped instead of 17's former human self. Also, wait, what is going on here? What is this fresh hell? Okay, never mind. We're still in space. Because of the massive zoom in, I was like, is this a part of the, like, the arena? Yeah, send him back. Come on. Don't be idiots. Just send him back. I won't die here. I'm going to the next level. Oh. Bra. No, Bra's doing it. Super Saiyan 2. Oh, wow. I also really appreciate the change in hairstyle. Like, the fact that in Super Saiyan 1, she can still keep her ponytail, but then Super Saiyan 2, she looks more Saiyan-y. She looks a lot like, I was gonna say Kefla, but not really. Like, Kefla has thicker hair. I guess this is more like Caulifla. That is, oh, that's so cool, though. I really hope that if we see her again in the tournament, though, that she, like, ties up her hair again for Super Saiyan 1. Like, the contrast is such, oh, it's so cool. Yep, she too can kill me. She might be going a bit too far, though. Oh no, if he's knocked out. Okay. Yep, Brawly's gone. So that's it. Time to head back. But now they're within the tournament grounds again, so he can't lash out, right? Okay. That's a really interesting line at the very end. Like, was he really trying to absorb Brawly? Was he doing that just to troll everyone? I could honestly see that. I could see it just being that, like, or I do think he was genuinely trying to absorb Brawly, but I think he's also satisfied by this. Like, by the prospect of having a good fight. After, such a long time in his own universe, having absorbed everything already. Even without this, you became much less powerful with time. Infinite energy, there's no such thing. That's really cool. Like, so far in the current canon, infinite energy is a thing. Like, the cyborgs do have literally infinite energy. They're like a faucet that's always on. Like, they constantly produce energy. They can never fully run out. But they don't have infinite energy in the sense that, like, they can't store it up. Like, they have no stopper to, like, fill up their energy gauges apart from, an attack in the moment. Whereas in this, I guess the idea is that they have this constant release of energy, but it is ultimately finite. It feels infinite just because it keeps on coming. If we fight far from the arena, no one sees a thing. I take notes. Cell will remember this. Okay, and even then, like, in order to show that he doesn't care that much, like, he just wants to help her, he forfeited. Damn. Man, this, what would I call him? I want to call him Racist Krillin. I know he's not racist, but I think that's a funnier way of saying it than, like, Prejudiced Krillin, or, Wise Krillin. I love this. Yeah, really, Yamcha seems incapable of going through the first round. That is also a great thing to continue on. Like, yeah, Yamcha just can't get, like, he can catch a break, but even when he can, like, potentially keep on going, he chooses not to go past the first round. I would like to see that, though. Like, if the organizers do, in fact, like, keep all the universes separate at the very end of this, I do like the idea of Yamcha still have made it, like, he still made an impact in the very end. Like, he has changed this universe for the better without having, like, without being able to see it. Just by sheer faith, he's like, yeah, you know what? The androids will probably do the right thing after I fix them. Because I am an android. This also makes me wonder if Tien is an android. I don't think so, though. Like, here's my rationale. Yamcha looks exactly the same as he does now. Like, as he would have, during Z. Whereas, if you look at Tien, he looks very clearly older. Like, not just in terms of his musculature, but in terms of his face. Like, there's just a few more wrinkles on it, and that's been very consistent. So I feel like they most likely destroyed all the cyborgs except for Yamcha. Yamcha was able to, to override its programming. Tien most likely is, like, the strongest human, or, like, the strongest... no, never mind. I would say, like... yeah, I guess I would still theoretically say that Yamcha is a human. Like, this is most likely the humans, like, the humans universe. If that makes any sense. Like, even though he is a cyborg, he's a cyborg due to human technology. And because of that, like, the core idea of this universe is... human beings in some way or another, without, using the genes of Saiyans, or, without any racial mixing, were able to protect the universe throughout this entire timeline. So then we have the trio of a cyborg, a Roshi-like martial artist, and then a Crane School martial artist. Actually, did we see Krillin fly at all? I don't recall it. I'll check it again once I'm done this chapter. But I think that'd be a really cool thing to note. If this entire time Krillin still hasn't learned to fly, just like in the same way that Roshi, up until like even in Super, he never learned to fly because he doesn't respect the Crane School. Okay. After this fight, we go to a strange universe. Our explorers were taken aback by it due to its intense differences with the others. Universe 2 hasn't discovered more than was imposed to us. Okay. A Raleigh from Universe 2 against Mary Sue from Universe 2. Oh boy. Oh boy. Mary Sue comes from the Orion Star, where she mastered all martial arts and talk all languages. She's the descendant of the Saiyan princes, blood sister of the Namex, hidden daughter of Raleigh. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh my god. So Raleigh's definitely gonna win, isn't she? I love this as a concept, though. Especially fused with her double from the future. I don't know what happened to me. She's so beautiful. She's like the big sister I never had. I feel like I've always known her. Oh boy. Dad, I didn't understand she can't have 3 fathers. It's good I closed my eyes when the kind created the moon. I'd be transformed into a giant Ozaru dragon octopus platypus me who hate violence. Oh boy. Oh no! The baby of Trunks, Piccolo, Goten, and Vegeta I bear! Oh no! What in the... I don't want to imagine that! What series of circumstances could have led to that baby? Don't miss the adventures of Mary Sue in the sequel of Dragon Ball Multiverse! Wait, are we not going to see them fight? Oh no! Alright, well, I guess we'll stop here. I don't want to get into the next special, but that was Dragon Ball Multiverse chapters 3 to 13. Yeah, 10 chapters. That was pretty solid, honestly. Wow. See, Multiverse is everything I wanted it to be. It is absolutely over-the-top insanity. I really appreciate how, I appreciate the imagination inherent in it. It plays a lot with the universe of Dragon Ball in a fun, interesting way. I'm glad that, we got to see so much. Because we did that super, high ceiling fight so early on, because we did Vegito versus Brawly, I feel like the rest of the tournament's only going to be more interesting. Because we've, it's not that we've hit the maximum, level of power that could exist. but like we've hit such a high level of power that I feel like a lot of the other fighters are going to have to differentiate themselves just by like technique. Otherwise, it's like like raw power isn't that interesting anymore. We've gotten the ultimate like high power fights. So after this, I expect to see more like scheming from the villains. I do want to see like maybe I don't want to see as like I was gonna say I want to see more from Super Boo. Not really. I want Super Boo to be in the shadows a bit more. I like how mysterious he is right now. If anything, I want to see more of Cell. I want to see Cell's upper limits, and maybe potentially what Cell wants to do here. Apart from that, like I imagine the like Frieza and his family are going to do more subterfuge. I could see them like actually hijacking a ship or something, and then that could be a little side mission of while the tournament's going on, like Universe 16 has to go stop them from wreaking a rampage across the universe or the multiverse. There's so much that they could do. I'm such a big fan of the art so far. The special chapters not so much. They've been a bit hit or miss, but eh, I'm okay with them, and this chapter especially, I'm super interested in. I want to know more about Universe 16. I want to know what in the world is going on with them, and this seems like it's definitely going to, like at the very least, it's going to tackle the Bra problem. The like, is Bra Vegito's daughter thing? And also, like, why is it that she is, why is she Bra when we know, like, I've been talking in circles. I think you get the problem I have / the thing I want to be solved. I I have such high hopes for the series, and so far it has not let me down at all. I am so into it. Anyways, we'll cut it off there. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Bye for now. Nya nya.